What I'm going to do is basically take you to the bathroom and going to start decluttering and talk whilst I do some work, and I hope that actually gives you some motivation to do anything that you need to do around the house. We're at risk of being homeless. Hi guys, so this video, if you've seen the title, you'll know that it's all around decluttering, especially my bathroom. We are packing, so I'm going to be chatting about why we have complications and what they mean for us, and especially why we could end up homeless. There's going to be a lot of talk around like legal stuff, but also around like just what we feel and how we think it's going to go. And then go from there. But basically it's going to be like a bit of an update. You guys would have known if you've seen my previous videos that we are moving, and we've been trying to move for about 6 months now. If it works out or not, who knows, but I really hope we do. We're going to a much bigger place. Yes, it's going to need tons of work, so the only reason we could afford it basically is because it's going to need everything from rewiring to redecorating new bathroom suites, a new kitchen, so we're hoping to have an extension. Basically a lot of work, but at the same time there's a lot of potential in that house. There's plenty of space to work with. The garden is huge, so the boys are going to love it. So I say boys, I mean my big dog and my baby boy Aiden, who's no longer a baby. He's like coming up to 2 years old. Cool, so instead of me rambling on, what I'm going to do is basically take you to the bathroom and going to start decluttering and talk whilst I do some work, and I hope that actually gives you some motivation to do anything that you need to do around the house, from dusting to like cleaning up, and just have like a bit of a chit chat. So come and join me. So this is the bathroom, and this is where I'm going to be doing most of the work, but as you can see, like, it's so tiny that I'm going to need to bring in some light in here so that you can actually see what I'm doing, and I'm going to put you guys on the tripod as well. Firstly, I have packed up most things around the house. I've been doing it slowly. I thought we would have moved about 2 months ago. Okay, maybe 1 month ago would have been more realistic, but we've had some complications along the way, starting with the property management that we had previously. So we have property management looking after like the green or garden area outside of our house, which is great, but they weren't very good, so we ended up moving across to somebody else at the beginning of December. So I thought that will speed things along because this other company, the new ones, are so much better. However, the old company wasn't giving any information or documents to the new company, so we couldn't get information from them. So I had to go back to the old ones to get some information, like that management pack that the solicitor needs to provide to the new buyers. So essentially it's prolonged things by at least a month, possibly 2. And yet we are still here and we're waiting for a moving date, but at least we're talking about moving dates. And therefore I am here starting to do something like this. So I told myself I will leave this until the end. So all of my beauty products are here, toiletries and everything like that. So I thought I'm going to leave it until the end because I use these the most, and basically see where we get to. And the fact that we did get to this stage, it really excites me because I feel like it's finally like the last stretch before we do move, hopefully. First things first, and that's getting everything out and having a look at what I actually need to keep. So I'm going to declutter as I go, and I'm going to start packing up into like a tote plastic box, which I actually forgot to bring, so I'm going to do that now. This room is so tiny, I'm actually finding it a little bit difficult to show you everything that I'm doing, but what I've just done is just take everything out of the cupboards so that I can see everything. They always, like the people that I follow on YouTube, especially Natalie Bennett, who's like the decluttering queen, always says that it's great to see everything out, laid out, so that then you can figure out which bits you're going to keep and which ones are you going to throw away. So I'm mostly sure that I'm going to keep everything from my nails pile. I've been doing decluttering quite often. I really enjoy doing that, like just cleaning up and figuring out what I want to keep, what I don't. But I'm just going to go through it just one more time to see whether there's anything that I can throw away and don't need to move with. So I've sorted out my nail polish, and actually I didn't realise how much I've had, and I thought I'd be a lot more ruthless and actually throw away any that I've not used in the past year. As you can see, some of my favourites, I am a huge fan of OPI. I don't know whether this is going to focus, but I'm a huge fan of OPI nail polish. As you can see, I've got quite a few there, probably the most. I've also got Essie. Barry M is also a good one, but I've got Essie here somewhere. There you go. So I've got those two brands here. I absolutely love these three brands, probably my favourites. These are like fun things that you can put on your nails. It's actually really cool. I haven't done it in a while, but I do occasionally do it because there's some Christmassy ones. There's also some Halloween ones. The brand is called Mo. So I'll make sure I'll add a link at the bottom if you wanted to try it out. But essentially you've got like this little pad. You put like a white nail polish on there. Then you take that and put it onto, or transfer it onto your nail. So that's really fun to play around with. This is eye stuff and some hair bits and some shoe stuff. So I'm going to put those in the right places, and I'm going to throw away this whole huge pile here because basically I've not touched them in years. And most of these colours are actually duplicated in these brands, which are better quality than these ones. They're super old, so I'm going to throw away all of those, and I'm very happy with myself actually. I'm going to put these back into this box. It's got a lid, so I might not even put it into this tote box to save some space, so that's good. I'll see whether I can pad it out with something. Otherwise I'll just add some plastic or cardboard wrapping, you know, just to make sure that it doesn't fly around in the box, and then I'll make sure that the box is fastened as well, probably with sellotape or something like that. So most of my toiletries are actually made up of like female toiletries, like beauty bits, you know, pads, tampons and things like that. So I'm going to do that now. But I actually wanted to show you something that I've been doing, and that's I've been trying out the reusable pads. So you know how much I love reusable stuff. I've got reusable nappies for my baby boy. So I thought I'd try out reusable pads for periods basically. And so far I've been really, really loving them. So not only can you just pop them in the washing machine and then they dry super quickly, it's fleece, it's actually really absorbent, but I also like the fact that you can actually fold these up and take them with you if you wanted to try it out when you are out and about in the office or something like that. So these work for me. Like, there are different sizes, just so that you are aware. There's like the big ones, but I prefer actually to take the little ones with me when I'm out and about, so that they're a little bit more discreet and that they don't show down there, which is great when you're wearing like something tight. But essentially I find that they're a lot more hygienic as well, because I feel like I can change them more often if I wanted to, and the fact that I keep a lot drier down there compared to like the disposable ones. Anyway, I hope I've done my bit to convince you to even try it out and see where you get to. I've got a lovely little box here that I keep them in. I shouldn't be on period before we move, TMI, sorry guys. However, I'll probably keep one or two out just in case. How cute are these unicorn ones? I'll make sure to link down below as well if you wanted to try them out from my favourite brands. next up is all my lip stuff, but I've actually decluttered them not too long ago, maybe a few months ago, so I know which ones I'm going to keep, and I don't need to look at them right now, but I'm going to show you what I've got left. So here's the stuff that I've got left. I've got some new ones, some old bits, but essentially most colours are either rose, like darker, like reds, which I like quite a lot. I usually like to keep them matte, and I usually like to keep them quite like, not dark, but like duller colours, because I feel like it's a little bit more sophisticated. I feel like when I wear pink, and as you'll see, I only have like one, well, this one's like a violet, and it's a stain, so it doesn't look purpley or anything, but I don't really have any pink ones, and the reason for that is because I feel like I've got such a baby face anyway. I don't really like to make my face look even more babyish, so I've stopped having a pink for a while. I think this is my only one, and it's quite recent, and actually you'll see that it's got a tinge of red as well. The other thing that I've got here is actually like essential oils. I quite like them. I love lavender, I love peppermint, so I've got a few of those. I don't even remember which one this one is, but actually I like all sorts of smells, and these are great for all sorts, whether you're making like your own face mask or soaps, or even putting it on your pillow, or anything to make it smell nice basically. So I'm going to put those away into their separate section, which I'm not quite sure where they go yet. I've got some shampoos here, shampoo and conditioner. I plan to take these to Centre Parks with us because we're going on holiday. I want to make a pack just for Centre Parks. Maybe I'll put it into this basket here so that I know where it is. I might downgrade it depending on how much I'm taking with me. As you'll be able to see, I've got some shampoos. I think I'm going to throw this one away. This one's been in the cupboard for like 3 years and I've not used it. And this is actually witch hazel. So I think I made my own like spritz for your bits when I was pregnant, and I used it in postpartum, so that was really good, and I'd definitely do that again if I was to get pregnant. So I do recommend it for others. I love a good bath crumble. I've got loads of bath bombs, as you'll see up there, mostly Lush and things. So yeah, this will probably go in that pile over there, so that's going to need its separate box. Then I've got some conditioner, so I'll put that away because actually I've got the stuff that I need over here. So they're in the corner there. You'll be able to see I'm trying to use up as much as possible. Obviously there's some Aiden bits in there as well, and toys, lots and lots of toys. This is for kids stuff as well, so either this is to give away or basically to keep for future, whether it's my own or whether it's my sister's or another sibling, or rather sibling-in-law, so hint hint. Yeah, so essentially this one is I use quite a lot. This is for hair, but I suffer from like a really dry scalp, so I do find that this one helps. So next up is just like cotton stuff. There's the other one for this, so this one's a conditioner compared to that one's a shampoo, so I'm going to put those away. And I've got some like reusable stuff, so as in like eco-friendly stuff. Bamboo toothbrush that I don't need just now. I've got cotton buds that I'll put away. I don't even know where this came from. I can't remember, maybe my sister, for babies, for her little girls. I've got some scrunchies that I don't really use, so I don't know what to do with because they're a little bit bigger than I'd like. This is actually my epilator, one of the best things in life. I think I do my underarms once a month, so that's pretty much perfect and exactly what I want to do. I don't really have much hair down there because I've been doing it for like 15 years, since I was a teenager. And essentially for Christmas I've got some Kidston stuff and a nice little bag, so I might add some more bits to this, but I've actually used up most of the hand creams already. I've got a shampoo bar to try out, so this is an eco-friendly shampoo bar. Never tried it. If you have, I'd love to know how you got on in the comments down below. Basically I'm going to go through these bits and then decide what to keep, what not to keep, and then go from there.
I am a woman, not here to please you. It's time to move on, cause my time is now. I am a woman, play by my own rules. I got my 2 feet on solid
typical me, I got myself a cup of tea so that I can continue doing it. But essentially I've taken out more things, and actually everything is out apart from the cleaning things from the cupboards. As you can see, we've still got like kids safety things. I am particular about having this one and the one under the kitchen sink because there's like chemicals in there, from like bleach to cleaning products. So we're keeping this until the very last day basically. But I've taken out more things that I'm going to show you. Most of it's like makeup, so what I'm going to do is actually keep like 1 or 2 bits out so that it lasts me for the next week, and I'm going to show you what those bits are. But before I get onto that, let's finally talk about the fact that we have a huge risk to moving. So it's absolutely fine when it comes to like the buyer side of things. Yes, they've got plenty of questions and we're still answering some of those. We're hoping that we're on the last and final stretch, but taking them out of the picture, because actually it's not their fault that we are in such a high risk position. It's basically to do with our seller. Our seller, who we're buying the house from, she is 99 years old. So essentially that means she isn't of the best health. Her solicitor says that she's of deteriorating health, quote unquote. Which basically means bad news for us, because if she does pass away anytime soon before we move in, everything falls through. So her solicitor says that we need to have an exchange and completion on the same day. Usually there's a week or 2 in between those 2 things. So looking more into it, so I've had a look online, but obviously if you know more, please correct me if I'm wrong. Essentially, exchange is all around like the contract, signing, like the legal stuff. However, although you've signed the contract and you have that property, you actually don't own that property. It's still owned by the owner, as far as I understand. So that week or 2 just allows you some leeway to basically move, to organise things, to book your removal van and people, and get basically things organised. However, our seller's solicitor said that she will not put her client in that position, and the reason for that is because she is of deteriorating health. So basically if she dies between that period, she'll have to give us some money towards basically the legality stuff, the fact that everything had fallen through, and I think it's a big percentage, so we're talking thousands here. I believe that's the case, but essentially the risk to us is the fact that if we do everything on the one day and it does fall through, then we get no guarantee whether we get a compensation in terms of money. Secondly, our buyers would have moved into our property, but ours would have fallen through. So essentially, we're at risk of being homeless. We basically don't have any other options. We either have to go with that, or basically everything falls through. We don't get the property, we stay where we are because we haven't actually signed any agreements or anything, so we don't owe anything to our buyer either. So essentially there's a lot of things that we need to keep our fingers crossed for, and we can't relax until we're actually in the property, that we actually have the key and we have moved in. So it's very stressful at the moment. We're basically packing, not knowing whether we'll have anything. So essentially we are going to have a plan B if things do fall through, and obviously we don't want that to happen, but we need to make sure that we plan for it. And our plan is to make sure that we at least have a roof over our heads, which gets a little bit tricky when you've got a big dog. Like we can't even get a hotel, for example, or if we get a hotel we'll have to get Casper to be looked after by somebody else. So basically we're in a bit of a pickle, and we need to make sure that we have crossed all of our options, because at the moment our only option if we want that property is to proceed and see how things go. Basically that's me rambling on, and I hope that gives you a little bit more information, and I hope it alleviates some other people's fears if you are going through it. Ultimately I believe that whatever happens, it happens for a reason. If things happen, then great. If they fall through, also great. We love the property that we're in, quite basically, like we're just going to redecorate and get some upgrades, but apart from that we actually love where we are at, and we're moving just because of the potential, the location, that kind of stuff. But if it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. So I'm going to put these things away. I've got a few in over there. I'm going to show you in a second anyway, but over here I've got, instead of opening it up, you can probably see in here, you can see it's like eyeshadow, some random bits. I could probably declutter this even further actually, because I haven't used this stuff for ages. But you can see there's some eyeshadow glitter, my contact lenses. I don't think I'll need that, to be honest. Most of it's eyeshadow and makeup, like for the eyes, so I don't think I need any more. I'll show you the palettes that I've kept in a second. Here it's mostly like pretty much nothing, but I usually put my holiday things into, so that is a good point. I can't remember what I've done with my shampoo and conditioner, but I'll probably put these things. So I've got some shower gel that I got from Tropic, really lovely brand. Shower gel, basically shampoo and conditioner, a flannel. I'm going to put that all together in there, but I managed to put loads of stuff in here. As you can see, pregnancy test that I used for when I was trying for Aiden. I've got some massage stuff. Also, it's always handy to have one just in case you are late and you want to check. Don't know if anybody else is like that. My lip stuff that I managed to put in there. This is pretty much random. I'm going to throw most of this away. Match sticks actually I'm going to keep for my candles, and I've got some more to put in there. And this I'm definitely keeping, my Bare Minerals. I love my set and I'm keeping that. I don't actually know what to do with this. It's really cute, really lovely, but I haven't actually utilised it, haven't made anything from it, so I might give it to charity. So basically this is the stuff that I use day in, day out. So my moisturiser for my face, some foundations. Actually I'll probably just keep one of those and put the others away. I've got my brush and my makeup in here. I use these to take my makeup off, really good, reusables again. And basically Vaseline. I don't use my gum guard anymore actually, but I used to grind my teeth quite a lot, especially when stressed, but I've not noticed I've done that recently since I've had Aiden, so it's been a couple of years that I've not used it. This is like a salt scrub cleanser, which is really good for my scalp. As I said, it's quite itchy. I absolutely love this oil. So basically rosehip oil is great for when you are pregnant, but I've actually been using it for my face because I'm not pregnant. And then more makeup here, but my favourite eye palettes are probably these. Naked all the way. Neutrals, I've got some lovely blue and like aubergine and kind of like red colours. Actually, I'm going to show you. So as you can see, there's loads of neutral beiges, which I probably use the most. This one's a really lovely one. And then blues, if you wanted something different. And then like a burnt orange, browny colours as well. So absolutely love this palette, as well as my usual go-to, which is its sister palette, which has more like black and greys in there. Because my bathroom is so small, I thought I'd actually bring everything into the bedroom to show you guys what I ended up with. So as you know, this is the bag that I usually use for holidays, which I've filled up. I've actually put some more bits into here. So I've got like a sugar waxing like set here. So it's actually with reusable, what they're called, strips. So that's awesome. I've tried that out a few times and bloody love it. I'm going to get some more. More bamboo toothbrushes, but these ones are baby ones, so kids ones for Aiden. I got these from Amazon. I'll add a link. This is the big box that I've been filling stuff up with. So I actually think that there's more space, so if I find anything along the way, I'll make sure to put that in there. Like this is just random things. So cotton buds, soap, hair bands, more eco-friendly things. You know me. This at the bottom here feels a little bit heavier, and it's got like things like shampoo and conditioners that I showed you earlier. And then this one, I filled it up with like that shampoo bar and other bits that I've shown you, and then that's got the nail polish down there, and then this is basically the eyeshadow that I've just shown you as well. So quite a good pile. I'm going to put these ones into boxes. This is fine on its own, but I'm going to just tape it up to make sure it doesn't fall. Also label it so that people know where to put it. So that's going to go into the bathroom. And we're pretty much there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that you enjoyed a bit of decluttering and seeing the kind of stuff that I've got in like my toiletries and my bathroom. I'm just so glad that I managed to declutter a few more bits, and thank you so much for just listening about like our story and everything. So if you've got any advice or you'd like to find out more because you're in a similar sort of situation, just let me know. Like, I'll be happy to tell you our experience basically, and please, please, please just keep your fingers and everything crossed to just like hope that things happen for us, because we do want to move. Hopefully it gave you some motivation to declutter as well. So all in all, thank you so much for watching and to getting this far, and until next time, bye.